I've spent a lot of time playing MOBAs in my life, and I like to think I'm pretty good at them. So I thought, why not try and play every MOBA ever in one day? This surely could not be a bad idea at all. I figured I was in for a long day, so I started off with a chill one. Heroes of the Storm. So generally, I like this game. It's my second favourite MOBA. Because my first favourite MOBA is Dota 2. Which is... There's a lot of thinking I have to do. There's a lot of depth to that game. Not to be the typical fucking Dota ad, but that game's got a lot of shit going on. And this game is a nice, casual, fun MOBA. And it doesn't take itself too seriously, like some other casual MOBAs or casual games do, which keeps it fun. Yeah, I don't really know how I'm gonna stop this. I know how I'm gonna stop this. Get the fuck out of my house! Yeah, that's what I thought. If there's one place Blizzard never misses, it's on their characters. And they, yet again, didn't miss. Majority of the heroes are ports from other Blizzard games, because that's the whole point. But they've done a really good job of adapting them to a MOBA with some very interesting like hero concepts like Cho'Gao, where 2 people play as one guy, or Abathur, where you sit on somebody's head for the majority of the game. And then they got the classics like Illidan and Kerrigan. There's not that many who are really snowbally and can take over a game by themselves like in other MOBAs, because there's no gold. Steven, leave me alone, bro. Steven, I told you, leave me alone. What's Steven playing at, bro? Awesome, we win, bro. I want to get more kills. This is one of the 2 games I'm guaranteed to have fun on today. I wanted this game to last a bit longer. Have time for one game. Want more fun. Swear if we lose now, bro, it's quick play, man. It's quick play. Gonna haunt your dreams. Ooh, please do. Right, we need to follow it up.
How does this feel?
Do not disappoint.
Health returns.
I'll have to tell the dryads about this.
Right, I'm on a streak. I found through my time playing HOTS as well, it is way less toxic than any other MOBA I've played, I think. It's just a chill game, which along with the variety of maps and game modes, different objectives to play on, it just makes it a great casual gaming experience. Unfortunately, Activision Blizzard didn't really understand that, and they wanted to make an esport of it, which was realistically never going to work when League and Dota exist. Alongside this, they obviously wanted to make Overwatch an esport, and with HOTS not living up to what they wanted, they basically gutted HOTS. Oh, MVP, let's go. Look where that got you, Bobby Kotick. Overwatch is dead. Overwatch 2 bombed, and you don't even have a refined MOBA experience to make up for it. Justice for HOTS, man. A-tier. Yeah, I'm going to play Dota last. Let's do Smite next, or do a weirdo game next? Let's do a weirdo game next. This is a weirdo game. I've never heard of anybody who plays this. Watch me go on the category now on Twitch, and it'd be like 10,000 viewers when HOTS had. Nope, it has less than HOTS, and HOTS is a dead game that's old. So if, like many, you don't know what predecessor is, it's the spiritual successor to Paragon, Epic Games' failed MOBA. And in standard Epic Games fashion, it took me 4 attempts to get the game to open. In not so standard Epic Games fashion, they let the community reuse their assets to make a game, which is the case for this game. Which comes to the main positive of the game, is that it looks pretty nice. Unfortunately, I think that's 90% of the positives of the game, if not more. But one of the selling points on its website is that the mobility's cool. Vault over enemies in terrain like never before. And what they mean is you can like jump on some walls. The mobility in it feels worse than a normal MOBA, which for a third-person MOBA with WASD controls is kind of crazy to me. They also use these push-pull mechanics for a lot of spells, and they just don't feel satisfying at all. Especially when you're using your ultimate and it just pulls people to you or pushes people away and then does one other thing. It's kind of uninteresting. It's very underwhelming. And it doesn't feel that impactful when they don't stun, they just pull people towards you. It's the only game where I've used a black hole and it's not been really satisfying. Black hole does nothing because it doesn't stun. All of these things could be skill issues. I'm going to say they're not. The game's just lacking in so many ways. The biggest saving grace for this game, potentially, is that it's on consoles as well. But other than that, I don't see any way it competes with Smite 2 or Deadlock, especially as Deadlock does the whole mobility thing in a third-person MOBA 100 times better than this game. And Smite 2 is coming off the back of Smite, which is a MOBA that's actually lasted like a fairly long time and has a very solid concept. I don't see a lot of hope for this game to last very long. I don't think the game's very good. It shows that it's an Epic Games rip-off, essentially, and it's D tier. Don't play it. D for don't play it. Before I get on to the third game of the day, I will say I am a Dota 2 player. So, like, let that be known before I get on to this. The third game of the day is League of Legends. And to say I had a bad time playing League would be an understatement. Why is this? Why is this a thing? Surely you can just communicate and like pick different things. This is crazy. I need to not be biased, but like I find all of this so stupid. World Atlas support item. Why do supports have to be incentivized to play their role? This is awful. This game's just for like children and gooners, which is a bad mix. As opposed to Dota, that's for Russians and racists. And me, because I'm neither of those. My original plan for the stream was to win on every game I played throughout the day. Unfortunately, I lost 3 games of League, which was worst case scenario. It's the game I want to play the least, and it's the game I spent the most time playing throughout the day. Can't pull creep aggro, I guess. Ah, he's just dived me and killed me. I can't run through the creeps though, I'm just missing CS because of my positioning, I guess. The fuck is that? What? Oh, okay, he can just teleport to a creep. Before I start just spewing negativity about this game, I will admit it does, well, it must have some good features. The main thing to me is the skill shot centric combat. As much as it's not my like preferred sort of combat in MOBAs, it's very exciting to watch. There's a lot of outplay potential, but that's pretty much exclusively in higher level players. Which is another thing, is the esport for League is good. I can't deny that the esports is massive and it's entertaining. They're very good at marketing. What the fuck is that? Oh shit, I killed someone. As much as it's almost a stereotype for League to have potentially boring champs or cookie cutter champs, I do think the game has a lot of interesting concepts for the characters. For instance, Katarina that I played in 2 of the games, I think is really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do if you've played a lot, if you've mastered this champ. Ah, I did my best. Baron Nashor, yes. Oh, look at that steal! I did something good. I'm dead, but Baron Roshan, yeah, I know. I noticed this earlier. Immediately die. I'm not surrendering. Fuck that. That's a shitty League mechanic. Shouldn't exist. Surrenders for pussies. Before I start talking about League as a whole, I will first say Caitlyn's accent is awful. Absolutely awful.
I'm back on the case, and this time I will not fail.
I'm back on the case, and this time I will not fail. This
I
fucking
always aim to win,
This
and my aim is perfect.
fucking horrific English accent, man. And she's saying, like, call the sheriff, which is just not English at all. And she wouldn't be saying tea time, because she's fucking not from up north. It's just awful. Terrible fucking voice design. It may sound like I'm finding reasons to hate on League of Legends, but I'm serious about this. She should not be saying tea time. She's not from up north. People don't say it down south. I get mocked. Yeah, I'm just going to double down and say again, that is awful. Riot has billions of pounds, probably billions of dollars, and they can't even get an accent right. Disgraceful. Really hate the surrender mechanic. And it gets used every game. It feels like any time I play the game. That might be because I'm in the game and I'm not very good because I don't play it, but it also makes sense. Most games feel like they're over minute 13 because somebody is snowballing. It doesn't feel like coming back in a League game is really possible. At the end of the day, a lot of the problems I have with League boil down to the fact that it's just not Dota. Whether it be the aesthetic or the missing mechanics or the lack of variation in apparent strategies. It's all just essentially that it's not Dota. I don't need to actually sit here and shit on League for 10 minutes. It could be fun, but I'm not going to do it. It's pointless. It's old news. What I will say though, and what I will always say when the topic comes up, fuck Pendragon, man. Actually, just obviously this is really old news. I don't care. I don't hate League. I don't hate League players, but still, fuck Pendragon. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I'd only ever it's probably, it could be B tier. If I played it more and I had better game knowledge, it would be B tier, but I don't care to play it more. I'd only ever play it with friends. But then why would I not play a different game? So the fourth game of today, I'll get to that. When I read about it, I thought it sounded sick. It's like an MMO, MOBA hybrid, loads of different PvE and PvP modes, where your character has persistent development, and there's this pretty cool talent system that looked like it would be a lot of fun to theory craft builds with, to you could do some cool things. There's also a hero in it called Ratmaster with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skin. Not blatant one, but it is pretty obvious that it's meant to be. And it just sounded like a cool game. I was pretty excited. The original game, unfortunately, was shut down in 2021 after 7 years. So it did pretty well as far as MOBAs go. A lot of the games I looked at lasted a year or two or didn't make it out of production. So I had to install Prime World Classic, a fan recreation of Prime World, the game I wanted to play. I didn't like that Sukabliat. Why is it Russian? I am losing faith on playing this game. Maybe I'm uninstalling this game. Fuck this. I'm not making an account on some random Russian game. I'm not signing up to that with Telegram. That is an uninstall. Yeah, get me out. Fuck that. Why do you need Telegram to make an account on a game? The only people I know who use Telegram is for like the weird sex things or for drugs. That's what Telegram's used for, I think. It goes in question mark too. After Prime World Classic proved to be unplayable, I moved on to Strife. Now, Strife is S2 Games' attempt at a casual MOBA to replace Hon. It was a bad idea 11 years ago. It feels like an even worse idea now, especially as they sacked like 30 people after the game was made. It seemed like a complete scam from Malaken. Fuck Malaken. Whilst their old game, Hon, has been reborn again and again, Strife has no such luck. People have tried, but the game is dead for a reason. I say for a reason. It's dead for many reasons. Whether it be the unsatisfying clunky movement, uninspired spell designs, the horrible balancing. Either the stuns in this game are crazy, or this game is horribly balanced, or maybe both. Why am I 5 minutes into a game and I have 2 Abaddon-ults? Like, 2 self-casting purges off of stuns on myself. That is weird. The horrible UI, the horrible keybinds. I'm going to keep saying horrible, because it's just a horrible game.
We must let that fire.
Why can't I click this?
That ability is on cooldown.
How lazy are your fucking coders, man? It's camera locked. What? This is not a MOBA. What the fuck is this? You have to hold space to move the camera. A core aspect you'll find in any MOBA, even the most casual of MOBAs like Heroes of the Storm or League of Legends, is that there's resource management. It's like a big part of the game. Strife just binned it. They don't need resource management. You get out of combat regen that's obviously sped up, and they have both free recalls and couriers, which to my knowledge is the only MOBA with both of those. It's just bad game design after bad game design. On the plus side, if you like collecting pets, I suggest you play Pokemon. They've also got a MOBA already. But if you don't like Pokemon, this game does have a pet collecting aspect, which could be a saving grace for you, if the pets were cute, which they're not. The pets do, however, have really broken abilities, which is not a good thing for the game. What is a good thing for the game is Lexicon.
Welcome to the Trials of Strife. I am Lexicon, one of 5 living keepers of the code.
You're Lexicon.
You are here because the prophecy of darkness is nigh, and we are assembling the army of light to save the plains from
This has
ruin.
got some fucking old school game
This arena,
vibes going
we have
on. On the stream, I put it as C tier next to League, and even I can't do that. It's like, it's D tier. It's probably sad face tier. This game is worthless. They killed off Hon for this, man. Ooh! That's not a fireball. Oh, firefall. Fuck. Next up, I played Smite, which as games go, this has one of the dopest concepts. Who doesn't want to fight in a battle of gods and mythological beings? 130 gods from 15 cultures and 1 book. It's both interesting as hell and mildly educational. And from what I've seen in the game, a lot of the gods are well represented in terms of how they are in stories and folklore. It is cool as hell that he gets a horse. It makes absolute sense in the character, and I'm glad it It's right. I like this game, man. It's a cool game. Which, to me, adds a lot more enjoyment, because I find a lot of mythology interesting, even if I'm not a massive nerd on it. What the fuck? I've been, like, just annihilating anyone I get. Oh, he's 37 and 6. You can't beat them, join them. All of the spells just feel nice to use. It's a good third-person MOBA, when, especially having played predecessor already in the day, everything in Smite felt better. From the actual auto-attacking, to the spells, to the movement, to the actual game, the concept, to the map, like everything on it feels better than predecessor. Like, I don't think the balancing's the best on the game, and the graphics are a bit dated, but that's fine, because the art style's nice. I could see it if Smite 2 adds a bit more mechanical depth, because third person MOBAs struggle with that in my experience, and they sort out the balancing. So I could see Smite 2 being a really good game, and I'm gonna start playing it soon. Video on that coming soon. Why did I wink? Did I win? Big comeback. Big fucking 1v5. This is going in B tier. I think, yeah, B tier for sure. On September 10th, 2025, something happened that took the internet by storm. That is, of course,
Dragon Ball, Genshin Squadron!
Yep, you guessed it. I'm sure it's what you were all thinking. The newest pop culture MOBA to be released. And it's actually fun. Believe it or not, a MOBA's fun, guys, it's crazy. You can be all of your favourite Dragon Ball characters. Goku, Full Power Bojack, Super Saiyan Kale. You can even be Hit. The game does everything you'd expect it to. Has big bombastic attacks, fast fluid movement. The sound design's... Holy shit, dude, look at me go. Crazy. It's a satisfying game to play. It's not a game with crazy mechanical depth or loads of strategy or tactics. It's a 2-lane 4v4 fighting simulator with Dragon Ball characters and some MOBA aspects. But it's a MOBA, and it's cool as hell. The games are quick, they're non-stop action, and you can Kamehameha people. I'm not even a Dragon Ball fan, and that still gets me going. Maybe one day Bandai Namco will give us a serious multi-series anime MOBA. I'm here if you want ideas, guys. Just hit me up. I'm cheap. The game's going in B tier. It's fun. So after playing the Dragon Ball MOBA, a game as casual gets, I went to the opposite end of the spectrum. I played Heroes of New Earth Reborn. The decision to axe Project Kongor in favour of Hon Reborn is pretty divisive in the Hon community from what I've seen, especially as they put Hon Reborn on iGames, now Juvio, which is seemingly a pretty dodgy client, but I downloaded it anyway. It seems like Hon is destined to be surrounded by controversy, but the game itself feels great. The client and game have that old school MOBA feel. It's bringing me back in the day, finishing school, go home and play Dota. It really made me feel young again, like I was just sat there playing Dota with the boys. Except in this case the boys were some European guys on my team who just did not like each other.
What the fuck?
Yeah, where the fuck's that guy come from? Is there a TP?
Guys, you are solo versus one? Why don't you have many kills? I don't understand versus one Pesty and Swift and Aluna.
Jeez, man.
What? What do you want me to get?
What?
What did you say,
Guys,
sorry?
you are versus one Pestilence, and we have Jungle and Mali and Martyr online. kill them all. Kill him all the time. You are 2 versus 1.
Bro, I'm playing my first game. Like, I haven't played this game since 2014.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to
Okay,
fucking
okay.
understand basics.
But,
Like,
it's
I
okay.
can't.
It wasn't hate. It wasn't hate. When you not kill Bestie all the time, go on top and
We
help
can't
us.
kill him or you're retarded. He has physical stun. I'm like... He stuns and flies away, you know that, right?
Okay, go Alu with us.
Yeah, she
I'm
will
coming
go
off
into
this camp.
down.
Can you TP? Alu?
Yes. I'm just finishing this
And
camp.
come on.
Big hook.
Martyr killed.
Yeah, I thought I
Where
saw-
is Alu?
Yeah, I thought I
Where
saw-
I didn't know that I had
Ooh!
TP always, bro.
Misclick.
Back in my days, you have to buy it.
Fuck.
TP you have all the time.
Spotted in the Hellborn
Fuck, I
top
misclicked.
jungle.
For 25 goals, you have all the time
Yes,
TP here.
bro. I'm figuring shit out. Like, relax. Like, we're 15 on the rank. You're talking too
Torturer
much
is missing
already.
from the Hellborn mid lane.
This is funny shit, but 10 out of 10 MOBA experience. The game obviously has good depth of mechanics and the hero designs are great because it is or was essentially a copy of Dota 1, which they then adjusted as time went on. Unfortunately though, they followed the trend of letting supports have gold. It's just unforgivable for me, a carry player. I also can't talk about Hon without mentioning the impact Hon Pros had on the Dota 2 esport. Whether you go to TI3 Alliance with a bunch of Hon experienced players, you look at Team Liquid with Boxy and Insania and Mickey, you look at Old Complexity, you look at Big Daddy Notel, who's arguably the GOAT of Dota 2. You look at Eternal Envy, my GOAT of Dota 2.
Killed. Slowster. Devourer killed.
And why do you take it?
The community is what keeps Hon going. With Breaky CPK leading the charge at the moment, and the game always seeming to have another reborn available if the current one fails, I don't see the game dying properly anytime soon. The cult following it has will probably keep it alive forever.
Killed. Martyr. Devourer killed.
I'm owning my Dota skills.
Yeah, we have to fight.
Nice, good job.
Killed.
Push middle.
Pestilence.
So I was realistically always gonna rate this game fairly high due to its similarities to Dota, and it's going in A tier. I like this game. I wish I'd played it when it was at its peak, but I didn't even know what a MOBA was then. The next game was Mobile Legends Bang Bang. I'll keep this one short and sweet. I know it's a mobile game, so I wasn't expecting anything crazy, but it might as well be a visual novel. It's boring and unimaginative. You don't even do anything, it decides everything for you. You just have to move your character. Pretty convinced it's a money laundering scheme. It's sad-faced here. It will always be sad-faced here. There are some games I either didn't play or I'm not going to dedicate a part of this video to for various reasons, so I'll quickly go through those now before I get to the last game. So Battlerite expects you to make an account specifically for it, even though it's on Steam, which is half the reason I didn't play it. The other half is the game is essentially dead. I probably wouldn't have got a game anyway. I did, however, used to watch Arteezy play it back in the day. It looks fun, but it's also not a traditional MOBA, so it would go question mark tier. The next game I tried to play was Awesome Wait an hour to get now, unfortunately, the game is pretty dead. I got up to me and one other guy in the queue, which doesn't make for a game with 6 people. It is, however, getting updates again for the first time in a while, and it did used to be unplayable, so hopefully it will start to come back a bit. I've watched a decent amount of people playing Awesome Nods. I'm going to put it B tier. It would be A tier if I'd ever played the game for sure, because it looks sick. I also couldn't play Pokemon Unite due to tech issues. I have played that game a bit. I don't like that game at all. The only redeeming thing on it is the fact that it's a Pokemon MOBA, so it will go in C tier. If it didn't have Pokemon, it would be lower. There was a game I played on the stream called Air Mech, which is a modern remake of Herzog Zwei, which is the original RTS game, the inspiration for all the big RTS games, and in turn, the inspiration for all MOBAs, I suppose. I'm not going to give it an extended part in the video, but it is a cool game. I highly recommend you go and play it with some friends. It's free to play. Go in question mark to it, it's not a MOBA. There is one dead MOBA I'd like to talk about quickly, which is called Fates Forever. It was the first MOBA made exclusively for tablets, and by the look of it, it was for iPads exclusively. And it was made by the devs who would go on to become Discord. So whilst developing the game, they realised how difficult it is to figure out team tactics in like MOBAs and Final Fantasy. And like any reasonable person, they didn't want to pay for TeamSpeak, so they just made a better product. Thank God their MOBA idea was terrible, eh? Alright, I saved the best for last. Defense of the Ancients 2.
Right. Shit. Wish I had a vacuum. Could have vacuumed in the tower. Maybe.
Ooh, that was close.
Nice one.
I really should have waited for my rain drop and it wouldn't have been close. Bitch! Thank God I did, because at this point in the day, my brain was fried. To me, this is the gold standard of what a MOBA should be. Dota 2 is the reason I like MOBAs. I fell in love with it pretty much from the get-go. It's just an incredible game to me. The steep learning curve that puts off new players. Once you battle through it, the game is phenomenal. There's so many different heroes and interactions between them, and interactions between different items. And then there's heroes like Rubik and Morphling who by themselves probably add thousands of hours of coding to this game. But I love it. I love the strategies, I love the tactics, I love the different ways you can play the game. You can win in pretty much any way. Any game is winnable, there's no need for a surrender button. You don't have to unlock heroes. It's just, to me, like, the ideal MOBA. All of this is helped especially by the fact that Dota 2 has Ice Frog. So the balancing on the game has been incredible the entire time. He's always coming up with innovative additions to the game to make it more interesting. He balances things in an interesting way. He doesn't just nerf obvious things or buff obvious things. He tries to keep each hero's identity intact whilst balancing the game. So big shout out to Ice Frog, man. This game would not be the same without him. As well as the balancing, another thing for me that's really important and is actually very uncommon in MOBAs is the fact that all the heroes are just accessible from the start. You don't need to unlock heroes, there's no currency to do it, you just get your heroes. By the way, starting a therapy group for r/Dota 2. If you just repeat what I've done in this video, you'll never bitch about Dota again.
Jog is... I tried.
He just waited for me to come down so I'd be silenced. Dota 2's S tier all day, every day. Peace.